Hello friends, I'm bringing to you chapter 2 of the Cindered Shadows LTC, and if you've peeked at the video length, this is going to be a really long one. Doing this commentary in one take, let's go. So the reason I started off what looked like I was using Divine Pulse is because in fact I am rewinding all the way back to turn 1. I've already kinda explored all the way down to towards the last turn. It's just because this run is so, or rather this map is just so unreliable that it's just like really annoying to record preemptively. So I just made sure that everything works first, and then I started recording after rewinding back to turn 1. So let's talk a little bit how this map works. So we've got a bunch of enemies here. This map is a route map, and every time, so in the context of this LTC, whenever we kill all the enemies, a new wave of enemies will spawn. So right now we're at the bottom right corner, and then a new wave will spawn at the top right corner after all of these enemies die. And then after the second wave dies, a third one will spawn at the top left, and then same deal, a fourth one will spawn at the bottom left. If you're doing a casual playthrough, they will also spawn if you just take too long, like reach a certain number of turns, but that won't be happening, of course, since it's an LTC. So let's talk a little bit about what's happening, like actually happening. So I reclassed Dimitri. He's no longer on his horse. If you saw, he is in the hero class, and that is because he has a neat little combo of Vantage, which he gets from being hero, and then he has Battalion Wrath. So Dimitri will be doing some shenanigans later. So on turn 1, I attacked into that assassin on purpose so that Dimitri gets down to exactly half HP here, and then I want to take the hit from this axe dude, so that Dimitri, he lives that hit. Not only he lives that hit, but also his battalion gets damaged just enough so that right now he has Battalion Wrath. And then the DC, like the Retribution, turn 1, allows Dimitri to not get targeted by those Valkyries over there on the left. And instead Edelgard takes the hit, but she kills him because of DC. Which is nice. And then let's see, what else is there to say? Okay, so, and Dimitri right now is not using his native, whatever battalion he comes with. Instead, he's using Alliance Duelist, which is what Hilda had before she reclassed into Pegasus, but she can't use that anymore. But Dimitri instead can use Alliance Duelist.
Amazing.
It gives +7 crit, which is the same as Gerald's Mercenary. And the reason I'm using it instead of Gerald's Mercenaries, so normally Gerald's Mercenaries is better, but Alliance Duelist has 30 endurance, which means that it's much easier to get into Battalion Wrath range, which, you know, I just did it on turn 1. So that's the nice part about it. So speaking of reclasses, I also reclassed Linhardt into Warlock, so that he gets Black Tomefair, and he was able to do enough damage to kill that brawler that was in the way on turn 1. Otherwise, I would have loved to just stay in the Bishop class for stronger physic. Let's see, so nothing really special happening with the Ashen Wolves who start off in the center. They just kind of kill the assassins there with like really high hit rates. So, and here they kill these guys. Absolutely no chance of missing. Or actually, I think he has like a 2% chance, but you know, very minuscule. Alright, so important thing that happened this turn was Ash gave Claude Retribution, and then he's going to be, yeah, Claude's going to be baiting that Archer. It's okay, it doesn't matter if he hits that one or not. So if he actually gets hit by that Archer, the Archer that attacked Happy there would instead attack Claude because he thinks he's going to go for the kill. So if that happens, I need to not get hit twice in a row, but all Claude has to do is dodge at least one of them. Okay, so you may notice that Dimitri and Edelgard are not joining the rest of the crew, and that's very deliberate. Dimitri is, again, I told you that I'm going to be doing shenanigans with Vantage and Battalion Wrath, and what he's going to do is intercept that 4th wave that I talked about that would spawn in the bottom left corner. Mainly because he has no hope of catching up to the rest of the people. He only has 5 movement, doesn't have any range attacks, so it's kind of pointless to try to let him keep up. So instead, he's just going to be waiting where enemies will spawn. So here, and so on this turn, there was a few variations of what could have happened with the enemies, and it doesn't really matter what happens. I can cover all the options, but here, in this variation where the Archer attacks Happy, it's a little annoying, but Yuri can use Gambit to weaken the assassin that's on the stairs there, which is nice. And as a result, Happy can snipe him down and then get out there. Yeah, if that Archer wasn't there, I can't really Gambit him like that. Instead, I would have had Balthus attack him, and then Yuri would have used Foul Play to get him out. So here, I want Balthus to not be in range of the Valkyries that are on the stairs up there, and I want him to be in range to attack the next turn. And Yuri can kind of just stand there because he has stealth, so that assassin attacks Byleth. I do want that Archer to attack Yuri, and Yuri's the only target, so that's why he gets attacked. But the other Archer on the right side, he attacks Byleth, again because Yuri has stealth, so really awesome skill in this instance. So here, I just want Linhardt and Ash to clear the way for Byleth, so Linhardt's going to finish off this assassin. Ash is going to chip away at this Archer. It doesn't have to, but it saves durability on Sword of the Creator. So here, yeah, Byleth just gets to kill the Archer. And then here, I'm like looking at my notes to make sure I'm doing the right moves. So here I'm just going to do a few non-attacking moves. And then I'm going to be attacking that Archer that I baited with Yuri, with Claude. You see, he's exactly in range. If I didn't bait him with Yuri, he would be like on the stairs in the middle, and a little too far away to actually kill this turn. I could kill him if I spend some resources, but it's like, in the context of what I'm going to be doing next turn, absolutely not worth it. So here, yeah, Happy kills that armor. Kanto's over here. Balthus is in range of attacking this one in the back. And then Hilda actually swoops in and kills the one that's below.
Me?
So her movement here is pretty clutch. Getting there just in time to spawn the 3rd wave.
have here.
And then here we're gonna have Constance, or not yet. No, we're gonna have Yuri foul play to teleport Byleth down, and because of it, Fetters of Dromar, I believe it's called, gets basically Kanto. And then, yeah, Constance was in position to kill that archer while Kantoing out. So now we just get a bunch of enemies to move. It's very important that we kill, like we spawn these waves on my player phase, because then the enemies get to move on their enemy phase, like move closer to me. If I kill the enemies during the enemy phase and like spawn a wave, then their turn just ends and they don't move any closer. So it's like a pretty big waste if I don't kill them on player phase. Let's see, okay, so we're now on turn 5, I believe. And then Ash is going to Deadeye this person. If he misses, it's okay, Hilda can take care of it. But preferably Ash, so that Hilda can kill the brawler there instead. So this is more ideal. Balthus has healing focus, so he gets to just heal himself for free, which is nice. It also heals more than a concoction if he took more damage. Like here, Happy gets a crit on this assassin. Doesn't matter in the long run, but it's kind of nice in the short run. And then earlier on, Byleth leveled up strength, which is nice. So if Byleth didn't level up strength, I would put Hilda adjacent to him so that he would get the +3 attack from Hilda's personal, but I don't need to do that, and it helps out with Hilda's positioning for the following turn. And then Claws just kind of get out of the way. Yuri can kind of just move forward because he has stealth. And then Constance kills that armor. So the reason Byleth needs strength growth is so that on the enemy phase he can 2-hit KO those brawlers that are going to attack him on the following turn. Here I'm just making sure Edelgard's healthy. And Dimitri standing there is in range of a brawler and the Valkyrie that's up there. And he still has DC. This is the last turn of DC, which is just enough. So he's going to Vantage, Battalion Wrath these guys to Oblivion. Got those mages moving forward, and then this guy's going to start attacking Byleth. Get a crit here, doesn't matter. I would have 2-hit KO'd him anyways. So as far as survivability goes here, it's actually a little dicey, but he misses that one attack. So I just need these 3 brawlers to miss at least one attack. And if they don't miss an attack, I can also proc the Crest of Flames and heal myself, which would also take care of my survivability, so it's not really that risky. And if the assassin... Oh, actually, it can be a little risky with that assassin that got critted before, but I'm pretty sure usually what happens is that it attacks Balthus. So I think it was fine either way. So Ash is going to snipe down that Wyvern. Also, forewarning, there might be some cuts later on in the video that, like, some jumps that might make the video look a little choppy, but apologize in advance if and when that happens. Alright, Happy will take out that armor, and Balthus will take care of this bigger mage. So here, yeah, basically just my top crew is gonna clean up wave 3 here. Byleth kills that one. Levels up strength, that's nice. And then Hilda is going to kill that last mage. And here I am going to foul play Claude. And then Claude will take care of that last brawler. So the reason I need to foul play him here is because Claude needs to rush towards the left side of the map in order to appropriately intercept the last wave. And here it is. So as you can see, Dimitri, the way he's positioned, he's kind of just right in the thick of things.
Sally forth.
So here, I'm trying to figure out, trying to remember like what I was bolting. So I end up bolting this armor. I get a crit here. Doesn't really matter, but it's nice. And then, so I wasn't actually supposed to get a crit there. It didn't happen originally, and I realized it's because I did this in the wrong order. I was supposed to have Linhardt heal before attacking. So I was kind of alarmed. I was afraid that things are going to screw up, but as you'll see, things kind of go just fine. So Dimitri's gonna go slice. And slice. So I bought a killing edge for this chapter. I also bought a killer lance that I'll need on the following turn. That's because all of these enemies here in this wave have a breaker skill. So I actually don't want to use my killing edge when fighting those calves because they have sword breaker. So I'm safe to use killing edge on this turn, but following turn I will want killer lance. And you saw Edelgard baited that archer that was there, since Dimitri's on the avoid tile, so it doesn't want to attack Dimitri. So that's really important because Dimitri can't afford to step off these avoid tiles. Well, technically he could this turn, but the issue is that the archer would attack Dimitri from an avoid tile as well, and I can't kill him. Basically, it's like makes him kind of invincible.
Sorry.
So, as I said before, I started this run already, and I got basically this is where I got to. Before I rewind it back to the first turn, and the reason is because if I clear the map, I can't go back. So, and I get the clear on the map on the enemy phase. So, basically, I haven't confirmed that this run will, in fact, be a 7-turn run yet. This is just like one in the makings, if that makes any sense. So here I'm trying to replicate what my original moves were. It was a little screwed up, as I mentioned before, like when I got the crit last turn. And I thought it was like no big deal. I'm just going to gambit, like the fact that Ash missed doesn't matter. But I hit this bolting and then I hit this gambit. And everything should be good, right? Well, sadly, you'll see momentarily that that's not the case. So the way the enemy movement works is that they, like, not just movement, but also like just the order in which they do things. If you look at the unit list, like if you click on the A on the ground and then go to units and then tab to the enemy units, they just have like a list of units. Well, they move and attack in that order pretty much. It's a little. It can vary if they're using like assist stuff like healers. Sometimes they can go out of order, but otherwise, like, it doesn't matter if they're moving or if they're attacking, they'll just always do their actions in that order. And that's why that horse there, that cav, just moves first. Even though if he just waited a bit and let everything else attack, he would have been able to attack Dimitri. So I failed to account for that, and it kind of really screwed me up here. So I'm going to end up using Divine Pulse and trying to improvise how to salvage that.
I'm not.
So here, right now, I'm like nervous as all hell. I'm like, how could this happen to me? So close. So I do rewind. And I realize, okay, so what I can do is kill that cav that's on the stairs at the moment, or at the bottom of the stairs.
Use caution.
I can kill him, and then the cav at the top of the stairs will be able to attack Dimitri. So that's my current plan. Apologies for that jump.
Use caution.
So I end up deciding that I will use my gambit on him after first important equipping Killer Lance, so that I don't have a 60% hit rate. Sorry, there's another jump there. But what happened was I used the gambit, and then Constance hit the bolting. So
Ready and willing.
here I'm going to right now I'm just like trying to see if Ash hitting like a Deadeye, like just somehow landing the Deadeye plus Claude Gambit would do anything, but it actually wouldn't matter. But yeah, I will Gambit here anyway. And right now I'm trying to calculate like if I have enough Kanto to do anything useful, but sadly I don't. So yeah, I'm just going to Gambit. I don't really want to move back there, or else they can use that cover tile.
Sure thing.
And then I just nothing's happened. So here I'm kind of hoping that one of the calves that attack Claude will miss. I didn't run the numbers yet. I don't know if I survive 3 hits, but I don't think I do. So here Dimitri gets the slice, gets the other slice, and gets hit by the 71% hit, which is sad. Gets hit by the 60%. And then he gets hit by the 3rd. And he also takes barely enough damage. Really sad. So I'm gonna have to try one more time. I have only 1 Divine Pulse left. You best believe that I am sweating bullets. I'm not sure what I can really do to salvage this situation, besides just random rolling something, you know. Just want something. So here my plan is I'm going to try to just get the crit here on this so that I don't have to spend bolting. And if I fail the crit, then I just pray that he misses. And so if he misses, then I'll have to bolting him, and then pray that the calves don't all three hit Claude. I mean, the chance of that happening is okay, but you know, it happened last time, so I just, you know, I'm just nervous, you know? It's just scary because it happened before. So here, I mean, I'm just trying to, I don't even know what I'm trying to do here. Like, I already know that Ash will have no impact. I'm just basically panicking. Like, this run that was like so sick until this point, it's falling apart at the seams. So here I just still debating what to do, but in the end I resolved myself to, I'm just going to go for the crit. I don't go for Tempest Lance because it doesn't improve my crit rate. And what do you know? I just get it. So I'm just absolutely stoked at this point. So here I'm just praying, like, please don't miss. Please don't miss this bolting. Please don't miss. So first I'm gonna do the Gambit first, so that I'll have a linked attack. I'll get 5 more accuracy on that bolting. And then I'm just praying here, you know? I'm seeing, like, if I can just hit him with a normal spell and Canto out, but that's not possible. So yeah, I go bolting. Actually, it's not even plus 5%, it's plus 3%, but bam! Right in the kisser. So I'm just so relieved at this point. Get that one last heal.
Sure thing.
Before, basically, now I'm just counting on Dimitri to land the crits on the enemy face here. Claude's side is pretty much guaranteed. So here, 82% crit. We did it for that one, and let's check out the assassin. 74% hit and 81% crit. We did it. So absolutely gorgeous. So here we will in fact get the 7-turn run of Chapter 2 of Cindered Shadows. Whew. Absolutely stressful. Hope you enjoyed.